And action.
It doesn't start until you say, hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast. What episode are we calling this one?
I think 00.
00. Are we going with 00?
Yeah, we're gonna go with 00.
This is episode 00.
Yeah, because we did 0, but it didn't get posted. One day it'll be one of those lost level type things.
It'll be an outtake version.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We'll print it out.
Eventually we'll get it working. Today is September 16th, 2011. By the time you see this, it'll probably be 17th, because we're posting it on the 17th, so...
He's Nick.
And he's Tony. And we're essentially the Barrel Roll News people.
We're short one.
We are. Graham's not here.
He'll be here eventually.
Yes.
One of these days.
So.
We'll edit him.
Yeah, we'll Photoshop him in.
Floating head right here.
We'll Photoshop him.
Post. In post.
Stop posting things. Okay, so should we start off with what we're playing?
What have you been playing, Nick? It's okay if you say nothing.
I was gonna say almost nothing. A lot of Yoshi.
Really?
On my 3DS. That's kind of been my go-to staple. Because I'm like, I have 5 minutes to play something. Yoshi.
That's a good choice. My 5-minute game is Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, I know I'm not great at the game, so as soon as my 3 lives are up, next class. No, that's good. I enjoy that one.
No, otherwise it's been school, so... Oh, and I got farther in Uncharted last night, so I've been playing Uncharted.
That's an awesome game.
But not really, just last night, so it's
That's
barely
okay.
even a game. I'm trying to get through it.
You have about a month left.
I know, so and I still have to do the same.
Two is longer, actually. I was going to say it's shorter, no, it's longer.
I can assume it's longer.
That's good.
But no, it's good so far. I'm enjoying it, so... The controls are iffy sometimes,
They get better.
But I'm assuming that'll be fixed in the second one. Because that's usually what happens in the second version of a game.
This is true.
So, I hope that's what happens, because if it gets worse, I'm writing a very strongly worded letter.
There's a reason why that game got perfect 10s.
I figured
And
as
Game
much.
of the Year of 2000 whenever.
It's
10?
it's on the box.
09. 09. Game of the Year 09 by everyone.
I have no idea. So,
Uncharted. It's a good game.
yeah. How about you? Have you been playing anything other than your Super Mario Bros?
No, I have been playing Resistance 3.
Oh, and how is Resistance?
I love it.
Oh my! That's good.
It's for people who haven't played Resistance 2, it's so much better than Resistance 2. I enjoyed it thoroughly. One of the things that sets it apart from not just the Resistance series in general, but it has health meters. You don't see health meters anymore in
No,
first
you
person.
really don't.
Everyone has regenerating health, and you can still get that in the game, but you need to finish the game first.
Oh, okay.
So you need to worry about your health. I've died a lot of times because it's like, oh, I'll just hide behind this box and health doesn't come back.
Yeah, because you're.
So it's like I've got one blip of health left. This guy's still shooting me with everything. That's back. Health meters are back.
I like that. I miss the health meter.
It adds a nice challenge.
Yeah.
Which is good. Weapon wheel. Yeah.
With the health meter.
Yeah.
Are there like a lot of health packs?
Oh yeah.
So
you'll actually see enemies drop in from drop ships, and you can see they have health packs on them. So when you kill them, you get them.
The end of the when the health meter started to kind of go away, you saw it's like, we're trying to make it more challenging, so we're going to put a health pack at, the end of the level.
No.
So you had to fight your way through an entire, squad of people. And you're like, okay, health pack? No, you still have to fight more guys. And it's like, but... So yes, that's good to hear.
No,
that they're
it's well balanced. I'm probably around a third of the way into the game.
Okay.
Something will go up on Monday about it. It's good, because in the beginning, you get a lot of health packs just to ease you back into the whole, here's health again.
Yeah.
So that's good. And now it's like, okay, now I gotta go for cover, stuff like that. And
We just watched a dog go by. Come here. In case you're wondering why our eyes just wandered.
he's so cute. That's literally taking up the whole screen. I'm just letting you know right now.
There you go. And she's not even looking at the camera.
No.
Let's try this. Hi! Okay, good girl. Yes, okay, I'll sit here petting.
Hello. So it's a good game.
Good. That's good to
there's
hear.
Weapon Wheel. Oh my gosh, I'm glad they brought that back.
Yeah.
Because they took that out of the second one.
Oh, okay. Because I played the first.
I'm not really sure why they took it out, but it's by the same guys that do Ratchet and Clank. So you need all those crazy, ridiculous weapons.
Yep.
Like there's weapons that atomize people into little bits and pieces,
Sweet.
which is pretty awesome. I haven't gotten all of them yet because there's like 2 more slots on the Weapon Wheel, but it's nice to see that.
I like that
It's
on
back.
the weapon wheel though. That's like when you
Yeah.
used to play Doom or whatever, and
Exactly,
you knew what
right?
weapon. You knew there was a weapon that went in that slot, and you're like, oh,
I mean, like
get that thing.
I play in games like Counter-Strike and Halo for like, you can only carry 2 weapons. Really?
And that works
What?
for some games.
Yeah, but
because
not-
you're going for the realism. But
Yeah.
if
No.
you're just going for an
I'm
all-out
sorry.
fun shooter, then
I'm sorry. I'm never gonna believe that in 1950s we were taken over by aliens.
No, I know.
So
So-
that time's passed.
Yeah, you might as well just go with it.
Here's a Weapon Wheel. It's good. I haven't had the chance to play it online. You require an online pass to play that game online, which comes with a game.
If you buy it new,
Yes, which I was debating on when I was at Blockbuster.
otherwise it's probably $10.
Yes, it is something like that.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to play it online. I will. There's a single player online co-op thing that I can choose to try, but none of my friends were online at 2 a.m, so couldn't play with them.
You need to get more normal hours. You crazy vampire. freak.
Surprise.
I-
Surprise. Other than that, I haven't really been playing anything else.
No?
Ooh, we'll have to take a look at that later.
I know.
I also picked up Deus Ex
Oh, yes.
for cheap.
And have you been playing?
No.
No?
I've been thinking of just putting it in and installing it, so I'm just ready to go.
It's like prepped and ready.
Yeah. Because, it's the cool thing to do now, installing PlayStation games.
Oh, I got Little Big Planet 1
Did you play it?
for half an hour.
That's good. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
I'll respect it, but I won't play it.
There's a lot in there that I'm just like, oh, okay. Controls seem a little wonky to me. I don't know, maybe it's just my hands right now.
Yeah.
Although I have no problems with other games, but Uncharted, it's just some of the detection, like.
Yeah, there's a little lag, isn't there?
Yeah, and there's a lot, and I mean, there's so much stuff that you have to forgive them for. I mean, the rest of the game is fantastic, but every once in a while you make a jump, and it's like, I was aiming for those stairs, and for whatever reason, Nathan Drake jumps off this way. and you're
Uncharted
going.
3 will be better because it'll be in 3D.
And now and I mean the controls get tighter. So, but no, and then I found that in Little Big Planet, I'm going for a jump, and the guy's like, "I'm going to jump this way."
It's really floaty.
I know.
There's I think I've boiled down to why I don't like LBPs. It's too floaty. Even the second one.
See, and I
just don't like when I play at platformers. I want gravity to work normally, or else just send me straight up.
or work consistently.
Yeah.
If I know that jumping is going to cause me to do this every time, then I'm good. But when I press the button and go, poof, and I go, but I just made that jump 5 seconds ago. What is wrong?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
So yeah, those are the games.
That is what we were playing. You're playing with your phone.
No, I'm just making sure it's off.
Okay.
All right, so
News. Do you have any fun news that we should start off on? Or are you...
I haven't really read the video game news. I've been reading a lot of movie news because I realized last time, which you'll never see, we didn't really do a lot of movie news.
We didn't do a lot of... No.
So, and I was like, no, I'm fixing that.
Good job.
I found some.
I thought of that after, too. See, that's why it was episode 0. Testing. And then testing on how to get it online, which was the other big deal, which we're going to fix this time, because you're going to see this.
iTunes is a great way. iTunes and YouTube, both those are fantastic ideas.
Yes, and YouTube we can work out now. They love us.
Mm-hmm.
So. Okay then, how do you feel about Square Enix and Final Fantasy X?
Don't like Square
Remake.
Enix. I don't like Square Enix anymore.
Now,
I don't. Now 10.
This is my question. Why do you do 10? Why do you remake 10?
No reason to. It's not. There's no reason to.
That's.
It's not. It's not like it's a super iconic game like Metal Gear. Getting its HD remix is not as iconic.
That's like Metal Gear I see, Silent Hill I see, and I mean and Metal Gear for sure because those games were, Well,
okay, now we'll.
Early PlayStation 2.
Now,
this was later into the cycle.
Now, we have to be a little bit more specific here. This is only for PlayStation 3 and Vita.
Yes.
This is not for Xbox.
No.
So which makes this completely.
Which also makes it useless.
Yeah,
At least
because-
if you were saying it for the Xbox.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes,
I
you're
mean,
touching a whole new
I've
demographic.
already come to terms with Final Fantasy and Square Enix sucking, not in the same bed as Microsoft now. I was gonna say something else.
I knew what you were gonna say, but
They're
but
in the same. They are now in the same bed as Microsoft. So I mean, why not just put on Xbox? It's not like it can't handle it.
no, it can take it.
Yeah.
Unless they're really revamping it and spending a ton of money, but then why
That'll
wouldn't you do
never
that to
happen.
7? If you're going to remake a
Do the
3D
one that everyone wants, not the one that everyone kind of liked, but doesn't really need.
that is my entire just disbelief that they're like, we're gonna remake a Final Fantasy game, and it's like,
Do you think maybe it was a money thing,
thanks. I don't know.
like a stock?
Maybe this is cheaper to like HDify.
Oh, it's not.
I don't know.
It's okay. Maybe it's cheaper, definitely, but
Like, I don't know. That is my. I don't know.
who knows?
But yes, that I found interesting this week was that they were remaking 10 and not, an actual iconic Final Fantasy game.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Because, go
Even
with
6.
I was just gonna say-
they've done 6 already, didn't they?
They re-released it for the Game Boy
Oh,
Advance.
re-release, not remake.
Yeah, they didn't remake any of it. That's what I mean. At least so throw some snappy Square Enix graphics onto 6. Keep the story.
You know they're dropping the NX in the name, right?
I know.
So it's now they
Square.
They figure everyone's just calling them Square or Squeenix.
I'll just start calling them Squaresoft again.
I don't want to call them anything. I don't like any of their games anymore.
I still hold on to my Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Super
Love.
Mario RPG and Chrono Trigger. Bring back Chrono Trigger. Please bring
Enix and Squaresoft literally split again.
Just bring back Chrono Trigger.
There's a game they should remake.
Third one. Just do a third. You know there was a Chrono Trigger project.
I know.
A third like an indie project, and then they sent them a letter. You can't do this because it was like a full 3D remake of Chrono Trigger.
I know, they do that with a lot of things. People are like, look, we're pretty much making your game for you. And they're like, could you stop that?
And it looks so good too.
I know. It's
For the
legal,
time.
It's legal stuff.
For the time.
Okay.
Okay.
Movie news or anything? What do you
well,
got?
How do you feel about Expendables? Did you enjoy the Expendables 1?
I did.
There's Expendables 2 coming out.
I
if you
figured
didn't
there
know.
would be.
Chuck Norris is in it.
I'm not a huge Chuck Norris.
I'm fantastic.
We're gonna lose a lot. I hate Chuck Norris.
Why do you hate Chuck Norris?
It's a World of Warcraft thing. I ran around. There's this very large zone for
World of Warcraft.
For any of you that haven't, this is what I'm going to explain now. There's this really large part of the world in World of Warcraft that you spend, a lot of time in. It's, 10 levels that you spend. Like, you spend a lot of time in this one zone. And when WoW first came out, that entire zone, in general chat and all over, all the jokes was Chuck Norris.
See, I'd be okay with that if I don't. He'll be good in the movie.
And he'll be.
He'll do a roundhouse kick
And someone will go flying, and I will laugh my ass off.
or they won't go flying, and then they'll go like,
What?
I don't get it.
They'll play with it, and that I will love.
There'll be a roundhouse kick in Uncharted.
So the
Expendables 2.
So the Expendables might bring my love back for Chuck Norris.
And Van Damme.
And
I miss him.
Yes, but that's because he wanted to become a serious actor. That's like when Jackie Chan that time came out on Jay Leno, and he's like, I want to start doing serious things. And
Sorry,
I'm like,
Jackie Chan. Sorry, Jackie Chan.
And then
you can't do anything.
And then Van Damme said no to the first one because he's like, I'm involved in more serious films, and I'm sitting there going.
And then here he is.
And I'm like, Van Damme, no, you are meant to be an action hero. That's no.
Well, what do you think? What do you feel about John Travolta and Nicolas Cage? Also, I mean, I don't like Nicolas Cage.
See, and I do.
I'm sorry, Ghost Rider, really?
Yeah.
No.
But he was good in it.
No. See, John Travolta, I would totally love to see it.
He'll be wicked.
Tim Roth, I think Tim Roth would be great in Expendables, actually. After
I don't know who else
I'm specifically referencing his Reservoir Dogs role, and maybe the Hulk role, maybe not really though.
I don't know who else I'd want to see in that movie. Like other than Arnie and Bruce Willis, who I want to have bigger roles, and I think they do. But
yeah, well now that Arnold has all this time.
Yes, well, because he can't do that kids show anymore.
Or run for president.
I think he can. I think he can in another few years. So, but
he
make
stepped
it again.
down.
I know, but you have to step down after so many years in the States.
Oh, do they?
It's long.
No, they're dumb.
Well, that's how they don't keep the same idiot in the office for, years and years and years like we do up here.
Okay, so I guess brings up the Expendables list to Jason Statham, Jet Li, Dolph Lundgren,
Yeah.
Eric Roberts, Randy Couture, Steve Austin, David Zayas. I can't pronounce your name. Gillies It? Illy?
I have no idea.
Illy?
Giselle Ite?
Sounds like a girl.
Charisma Carpenter.
Gary Daniels, Terry Crews. I'm done. Sold. Terry Crews. He's in it.
And Mickey Rourke.
And Mickey Rourke. Those two. Terry Crews is awesome. Yeah. So that's it.
Jackie Chan. I'd like to add Jackie Chan.
No, I won't want to see Jackie Chan in there.
But I liked, what was that stupid movie that he did with Jet Li that was absolutely horrible, but the fight
Forgotten
scenes...
Worlds?
Yeah.
Forgotten Realms or Forgotten Worlds?
Whatever I think
it was
Forgotten
good.
Realms.
It was good.
I did not like the story.
Well, the story I could care less for.
Because, honestly, they should stop trying to put,
White
white Americans into these ancient Chinese...
Avatar!
Yeah. Stories. That movie should have been Jackie Chan and Jet Li doing what they do best together because they're both really good martial artists.
Oh my goodness.
You just have...
Well, you know what? I think Jet Li's toned down
Yes.
the past couple of years.
And Jackie
No,
Chan...
he's actually in something coming out soon. Can't
Yes,
remember
he
what it is.
But he's...
Yeah, those two worked fantastic together.
They did, and I love that movie, so I'd like to see even just a little 5-second Jackie Chan moment.
Nah, I don't think it'll happen.
It won't.
He's too family oriented now. He's totally family
Yeah.
oriented.
Well, after
Even
the tuxedo.
even in what's that? My next door neighbor is a spy, or
yeah.
something like. No. Okay.
My spy door neighbor.
What's up? Video games. Those are good.
Sony is considering a UMD conversion program for your Vita.
Wait, PSP Go?
No. This you actually
PSP Go.
So that's the thing. They say it's backwards compatible, except so it can play all of the PSP's games. It just doesn't have the place for the UMD disc to go. So there'll be an online library of all of the games that were once on the PSP, but you can't actually put the UMD disc in. So they are considering actually letting you somehow prove that you have the UMD disc and then letting you download the thing for free.
How do you do that?
I don't know. Unless you pretty much honestly send in them the UMD disc going like, here is my name, my address, my social insurance number, and the UMD disc. Give me my free game. Which isn't free, you paid for it.
That will never happen.
I know.
They don't have enough pencil pushers on their end to push the OK on that.
And because they've promised this before with the PSP Go.
I know.
Ah.
And if they had done that, I would have totally got one.
A lot of people would have gotten one. I saw one lady buy a PSP Go and then she was buying a bunch of PSP games. And I went...
Mm-hmm.
And the guy at Best Buy was all like, yeah, that game's great and that game's great. And I walked up and I'm like, you don't want to get that PSP, man. I had to help her because the guy at the store was completely oblivious. So
Most of them are.
And
They're...
Yeah, I saved the day on that one. I should have gotten a cape. I felt like a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
I saved that woman a lot of my money and effort and...
I'll talk about it later.
Okay. Oh, the next one.
That's what I was talking to you about.
There you go, I see that. So yes, that's that. That would be kind of cool. That'd be nice of them.
And they've talked about a lot about the PlayStation Vita too over the past couple of days.
Well, and you were mentioning something about battery life.
Battery life is awesome. Asterisks. Do you like how much your battery life was on the 3DS?
I still have not yet minded mine.
It's less than that.
But, yeah.
It's... Because they came out of the gate at whenever they showed it
E3.
on E3. They're like, it's going to be like the first PSP.
It's going to last 8 billion hours.
Well, no, I think it was like 8 hours.
I think so.
6 to 8 hours with moderate use. And everyone's like, okay, I'm on board with that.
So I get HD gaming and tons of time to play it on.
Yeah,
and everybody's happy.
you are... What magic battery are you using? Because I want 8 of them.
That's pretty much what, we were wondering if we could get them in our 3DSs, because that'd be super.
But no, they broke out TGS today, whenever. No, it's 3 to 5 hour battery life on average use.
3 to 5 hours during normal gameplay usage, but
I love butts.
they announced at the Tokyo Game Show that it will have an external battery option. you can attach more battery power.
Oh, great! I get a third analog stick on my PlayStation Vita. A third analog stick.
Yep. So
Why? Just spend the extra time and make the battery work better.
or make your system.
My phone has an incredible battery life. His is awesome too when he doesn't turn on 3G.
More Wi-Fi. You play around with it. You get used to it. But I mean, and that's the same thing with, you think, make this thing, I don't know how fat it is, but make it like that much bigger and add that much more battery life to
That's
it.
what the iPad did that.
Yeah.
And now I've never charged my iPad. I charge it once a month.
So that's what I mean. So yes, they are actually they're
it's
fighting
just so
this.
dumb.
And we reported, and I'm taking up more time now.
That's cool. No.
We were talking about this last week on our podcast, which you obviously didn't see. But the boat, or the 3DS, the new controller add-on thing with the second analog stick, it runs on a AAA battery. So there you have it. It's because we were
Boys, just sell you a 3DS and wait for the whatever next version it is.
Yeah. And it's not even slated for a North American release yet.
Well, when's the Monster Hunter game coming out? Because that's when that one will come out.
Yes, so whenever we get Monster Hunter over here.
We'll never even play it anyways if we import it.
So,
we can't play it. What's the...
So we
Although the one thing I do want to know is it actually has more shoulder buttons.
It does.
Which is kind of neat.
Yeah, there's a pixture of it here.
There's like two extra
shoulder buttons, so.
Yeah, so that's kind of neat, I guess.
And your left button doesn't change. You just get an extra button.
Say what?
So like on the right side, because of course it extends out to, here's your 3DS and then they extend it out to here. So there's your left.
Oh yeah,
button.
I thought it meant like it.
You get a whole new right button. You get two new right buttons, and you have to use one of the old L buttons. So.
Well, they're saying, Capcom's saying it's going to be in Resident Evil. Konami's going to be saying it's going to be in Metal Gear Solid.
See, so that's good. At least
it
people are
has
taking
to be
advantage
out
of it.
by this year.
That's good.
If you do the math, because that's math. I know I can professionalize math.
Yes.
So
good
I'm
job.
saying $20 is what they're charging for this, aren't they?
$20.
$20.
So that's not bad for an
1,500.
extra stick and two extra buttons. It should have been put in the first place, but.
Sure.
Ridiculous. From what I've been reading, people are like, it's comfortable, it's lovely, they like using it. It doesn't get
money were they paid?
It doesn't get in the way of any of the external doohickeys.
Doesn't it get in the way of the video game slot?
No, apparently not.
Oh.
There's a hole at the top.
Okay.
And it doesn't get in the way of...
My only problem is if I put my... Oh, that's good. There's a hand strap. I'm sold.
Yeah, it gets in the way of your SD card, which you shouldn't be accessing all that much anyway.
Yeah, you need to turn your system off to access it anyways.
Yeah, so that shouldn't be an issue. So...
Well, it's got a hand strap slot on it, and I'm sold.
There's your handheld video game news for a while. Because other than that, everybody's been playing games. Uncharted's coming out for Vita, but we already know that.
Okay, so here's my biggest problem with the Vita, and my biggest draw. Not the battery life. The battery life I can kind of live with. My biggest complaint with the PlayStation Vita, and specifically launch titles, when they say they're making, Street Fighter versus Street Fighter Cross Tekken, also for PlayStation Vita, why should I be given this option I can play it on my PlayStation 3 or on my PlayStation Vita, where I can buy both systems? I have to pay $50 two times to play this game twice? That doesn't make any sense. I appreciate that the hardware has a lot of power and can do all this kind of stuff, but I wanted to see new games. Like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 launch game for the PlayStation Vita. And I appreciate that it's going to be cool and all, but I'm going to be getting it for my PlayStation
as soon as it comes out.
Yeah, there's no point in me getting a handheld version unless there's a way for them to be like, you have the PlayStation 3 version, here's the handheld version for an extra $20 or something like that.
Yeah.
See, I'm okay with that. And then it'll be like, it'll confirm on your network status. Like, you've played this game once, here you go, buy it from the store. And because everything's going to be digital anyways, right?
Right. So, I don't know,
I think that's ridiculous. Uncharted, great. New game, fine. But I don't want to play handheld versions of bigger games already. Not that it's going to be watered down, it's just that I already own the game once. I don't want to own it a second time. Right,
and that's where they ran into, I think, a problem with the UMD movies when they first released the PSP. Was They're like, you can buy the DVD for $30 and then you can buy the UMD, and they were bloody expensive.
They're about the same price.
They were
if
like
not
the
more.
same price as a DVD.
If
So you're
not
sitting
more.
there going, I'd rather watch it on my television than play it on like my little
And if you're
screen.
And if you're tech savvy, you can just rip the DVD.
Right, but
Like I have a handful of UMD movies, like Resident Evil or something like that.
And then
I've only paid for one.
and then someone did the smart thing and started adding digital copies of their movies to the actual, when you buy the movie.
Yeah.
You buy Thor, you get the Blu-ray, the DVD, and the digital copy. Throw it on.
One that runs on your Game Boy.
Yeah. So. No, yes, that could be an issue. Is
That's my biggest complaint.
you've got some really cool games coming out, but they're also coming out for the actual systems, and
Yeah, like and really put that power somewhere else.
yeah,
Don't-
that money, but it's not
Like Resistance is coming out with a new game. That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. I love.
IPs, but a new game.
Yeah, I'm fine. Or even just new IPs in general.
And new IPs are always nice, but they don't come out with those enough. So we always complain.
Because I
about
think
that.
Zone of the Enders got announced for the Vita as well.
Yeah,
Which is like, why would I want to play that on my small screen?
because
There's a big TV for that.
I don't get it.
Okay.
What else do you have?
Well, I don't know if this is huge news, but now that Thor's DVD is out, we've watched. Well, he's watched anyway. I'll watch it eventually. The Marvel one shot, which is the first one's called The Consultant, which links which one together with what? Iron Man with Hulk.
Yeah,
I think Iron Man 2 with Hulk, the Hulk movie.
Kind of. It's kind of just that scene at the end of Iron Man 2 at the end of the Hulk, after the credits roll, and you see
It wasn't.
Robert
I
and
don't even think it was after the credits.
No, it was like
a second after.
Yeah, they're like, here's who directed this film and produced by Marvel, and here's Robert Downey Jr. just to entice you into staying. And he walked into the bar and started talking to General Ross. I think it was?
Rossmore?
Yeah. I don't know. He started talking, and he's like, here you got a problem, and everyone was kind of confused because the Hulk was in BC.
Yeah.
So obviously not, like everybody's like, oh, okay, how is they're gonna go after the Hulk?
This was their proof that Avengers movie was actually happening.
Right, and then this movie kind of makes that scene make sense.
Yeah, there's a, I don't know, 10 minute video
Yeah, and
just linking them together.
it's cute and it's funny and it made me laugh, and I went, and it makes it make sense. So all of a sudden, and that's what these Marvel movies have been doing for me. Is I like a lot of people sit there going, there was way too much like introduction and not enough action, and I go, yeah, but you have to wait because it's all gonna, once you've introduced the hero,
you don't have. That's it.
There's action.
Yeah.
Like after that, it's action and a little, and then their life evolves. But once you've introduced a hero, that always takes the longest part.
Do you remember the Mortal Kombat movie?
Yeah.
5 minutes of, you're being brought to the underworld. Okay, let's fight.
Yeah. So at least this is, you have to introduce a hero and actually get to know a hero, and Marvel knows that. That's why the movies have been like that. But it's all building up into this massive thing.
So Marvel has a preview up for their next one shot, again with Agent Coulson. And I would have brought the video up, but there's an error here saying that I'm not in the right
to see it.
I'm thinking I might be able to VPN that later. Anyways, but it is a connection of Iron Man 2 and the Thor movie.
Which will be sweet.
Which would be good, because it's Agent Coulson traveling to New Mexico. So it'll be nice. Hopefully it's better than the first one?
I like the first. The first one was
Okay.
good, and and that's what one shots are. When you
Yeah.
get a comic that's a one shot, it's essentially this little story that's cute and fun to read, or this really action packed little and one story done.
Yeah.
And that's what this was. It's literally a Marvel short.
Yeah. So hopefully when they link all these together, my ultimate dream, I don't know if you'll agree with me, but my ultimate dream for when the Avengers movie comes out, first scene is them fighting the Hulk. All of the Avengers fighting the Hulk. For just, that's it. You know what you're into for. They're fighting him to calm him down from whatever.
Get him back in
Yeah,
restraints.
because how badass would that be if you see Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, Hawkeye just fighting Hulk? How awesome would that be?
It would be
like
wicked,
just opening scene.
Except I think they want to get into that dynamic where none of them really want to work together.
That's totally it.
And that could totally go really well with all of them, like, pretty much, Captain America runs in and starts, like, smacking him, and then all of a sudden Iron Man's all, like, get out of my way, son, and start trying to, like...
And then, while they're fighting, Bruce Banner hulking out.
And then someone else could bring the Hulk down. That's why they need to bring Spider-Man back into the mix.
That'll never happen.
I know. I can dream.
dream, tell that to someone.
Because that's how it happens in the comics, because Peter Parker actually is the calm, like, you know, he freaks out, but then he's sitting there going, I can scientifically solve this, while you morons try and use your muscle. I'm just going to feed him fish and calm him down.
And that's why there should totally be Hank Pym in the movie as well.
And the wall, yes.
No.
Next movie.
Mm.
But they are making an Ant-Man movie.
I don't want an Ant-Man
But
movie.
he's Hank Pym.
He's not enough, I think, for a movie.
No, he's not. But
So,
it's supposed to
like,
be.
even I would rather have a Hawkeye movie rather than that.
They're making.
Which
They're
they are
making-
doing.
They're making.
Which I'm totally okay with that. Because you know what, Jeremy Renner, I like that guy. He's a good actor. He's a
Yes.
solid actor.
And he's going to make a really good... Well, he has made a good Hawkeye. He was in Thor.
Exactly.
Spoilers!
No.
If you're watching this, you've probably seen Thor.
If you haven't seen Thor, don't watch right now. Go and watch it first and then come back.
We should have said that first. Now they've seen the spoiler.
Oops. I didn't think this through. Next.
Deus Ex getting ads.
On which platform?
A
This might make
recent patch.
This might make me return my copy of Deus Ex.
It says nothing about which system it's for, so I'm guessing for Xbox and PlayStation 3. On all the loading screens, you're gonna get this nice little bar down at the bottom advertising the new Star Wars on Blu-ray. How do you feel about that?
LucasArts and Square Enix?
There you go.
That's never happened before.
No, that'd be pretty wicked though. Squaresoft and
No.
LucasArts,
No.
that would have been wicked.
No, Star Wars is already ruined enough. We don't need Square Enix ruining it.
Super Mario RPG, but with lightsabers.
Damn you and your tempting mind.
It could have worked. But either way, yes, so obviously LucasArts is paying people a lot of money to convince them to do stupid things. So
I think they're...
advertising in games. Do you like the non-subtle approach, or the, like in the Enter the Matrix game, there were like Mountain Dew vending machines everywhere?
Burnout Paradise.
Yeah.
With President Obama going, yeah, vote for me.
That's what I mean. Like,
No.
I'm more of the... I liked it in Enter the Matrix. You ran by, there was a Mountain Dew, vending machine.
Mm-hmm.
With the regular ones. Like, it wasn't like every vending machine was Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't drink Mountain Dew. But you notice it, and you go, it's cool, because now it's bringing the real world into my little video game world just a little bit.
I'd rather it be subtle.
And that, yes.
And
As
with a game
opposed
like with a game like Deus Ex, even if it wasn't in the loading screens, it can't be subtle.
No!
It's like 2027, I think it would have.
2027.
Yeah.
Watch Star Wars on Blu-ray!
Again, maybe in 2027 they're still releasing Star Wars. So
And they will be.
I hear LucasArts likes money. That's bad. So that they might release it in 5D.
I just hope this doesn't become a thing.
It's already become a thing.
Like...
I mean...
See, and honestly, the best ways to do this are sports games.
Sports games are fine.
Because, like, you play NHL, and now that, the internet is this magical thing that everybody uses, the boards, the advertisements on the boards actually change.
Well, that makes sense at all. That
So
makes complete sense.
It's perfect. So all of a sudden I'm playing a game, and, like, I'm skating down the ice, and I'm looking at this ad for this movie that's coming out in another week, and I'm going, well, that's going to get old. And then the next week it changed into something else, and I'm like,
that's good.
Whoa. So they're actually making money off that somewhere along the line. But it's subtle, and it fits into the actual game. This does not fit.
Well, the only way they can argue with that is if it's only on the loading screens.
Until the movie comes out.
Well, only on the loading screens if it's in the in-game world.
Oh no, it'll be only on the loading
See,
screen.
that's not too bad.
And the loading screens already break immersion, but still, it bugs me. It just bugs me.
It does. It's still dumb.
That's like...
Save the advertisements for my website.
This start menu brought to you by Snickers.
I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I'm definitely not okay with that.
The only things that can do that are sports titles. Honestly. Sports titles. Because they do that on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So, this replay brought to you by Honda. So that's more news right there is, yes, advertising in your games.
In games that don't make sense.
Yes, and advertisements that don't make sense within the game.
See, I'm okay with it already having like Final Fantasy 30 billion or whatever it is in like the fake Final Fantasy posters in the game. I'm okay with that because that's funny.
Yeah,
and
that's
they will probably make it up to that point.
Yeah. That's a nod to the,
And that's fine. I'm okay with, like...
That's humor. That's not